Alrighty, we are back once again. Let's see what happens. What is the Union going to do? Engaging with a bunch of cavalry. He's starting to withdraw off McPherson's Ridge. Because, well, yeah, I would do so too, given the fact that he's got, what, 5 brigades coming at him? So, pulling out of Herbst Woods, some cannons. Looks like he's going to look to defend Seminary Ridge. Which in this case, I have the means of dealing with a defense of Seminary Ridge. Cavalry is pulling out of the way at this point. Yep, they're falling back more. That's Baxter's. Right, that's Baxter's brigade. So, oof. 19 men. So far. Alrighty, the cavalry continues to withdraw. Which makes sense. They're not in exactly a brilliant spot. They're pulling back because otherwise they would get run down by my admittedly pretty terrible cavalry. So we continue onwards. Push, push, push. They're digging in on Cemetery Hill, which is a bit awkward for me. I do not want them digging in. Where are the Federals going? They are moving. Oh, they're going to set up a battery here to potentially stop me from overrunning him. But otherwise, that's a lot of Federal guns. Eesh. Too many Federal guns. So many Federal guns. The clump of trees. What else? Anything else moving? They've already dug in some places. No effect. No effect. Where are they going? Okay, he's moved. The cavalry is just being pesky. Nothing more, really. In the meantime, hopefully I can look to overrun Seminary Ridge. I've got, what, 4 hours maybe to do it? I've got about 4 hours to drive these Federals from their positions. So, 1 rally, 2 recover from fatigue, 1 undisrupted. Alrighty. Let's do this then. First and foremost, we'll look to get rid of some of these mosquitoes, as I've said. Thomas's regiment will turn about, form line, and basically guard my position. You are to go there just to prevent precisely that. And then likewise you are to head up there to sort of squeeze them into a choice. The Federal Cavalry is being pesky, but nothing too outrageous. You are part of Scales, so you can march onwards. You will likewise march. Continue to move up the artillery. Right, Scales, you'll have them move up. Lee will continue to move. And the remaining part of Lee's escort will come. Thomas. Alright, how do we want to do this now? What about artillery? The lectures. Look to hit the 88th and 90th Pennsylvania in the woods, even though it's not likely to be the most effective. If I can cause some, at least, disruption amongst their number. Alrighty, let's have a look-see. The Hardaway... Oh, that's the Whitworths, aren't they? Ha! They can hit all the way onto Cemetery Hill. So... Bang. Bang. The Davis Artillery... the Louisa Morris, Virginia. Blow a 10-man gap into that unit. Alrighty. Now, in the meantime then... Alright, let's do this. Perrin, you are to march up to there. And then to there. You're going to turn and then hit them with a volley. Try and get them out of my way. Turn. Hit them with another volley. Alright, how far can you move? You can get as far as there, where you will remain with the rest of the brigade. Who can you see? You can't see anyone. Alright, Lane. You can move up to there. Lane and his North Carolinians. So... we're just exchanging some simple musketry for the moment. since, well, I can't get to grips with him at this second. But what I can do basically moving up these artilleries, these artillery pieces. There we go. Position them up there. That's not exactly the best position I thought it was, but they're out of the way, if nothing else. Alright, Archer. Cross Willoughby Run into Herbst Woods. Pettigrew. Right, how far are you still in command of everyone? Yes, you are. So, Brockenbauer still in effective command, even though I don't really care for Brockenbauer being in command. The harder wave Alabamans can hit them. Alrighty. We're launching an all-out assault. What's the losses so far? I've lost 554 men so far. So, not too shabby. Not too shabby indeed. Alright, O'Neill, you can move forward. I really should stop doing that, but with regards to over-moving. Turn into line. Can go to there. While we look to overrun Blotcher's Knoll. The cavalry continues to continue down the road. There we go. We found the Federal Cavalry. I will have this battalion, the 35th Virginia Cavalry Battalion, do that. The 17th Virginia Cavalry will follow on, but they are basically to work as my flank guards before I continue with the actual battle part. I'll continue to just move up the infantry for now. Continue to bringing up Early's artillery. We bring up Smith. And then have Smith following, and then bring up the we move up the division train, just so I don't over. Right. Just to ensure that we don't have the march completely strung out. Alright, onwards and onwards and onwards we go. Alright, that's Early now done. Now the question is what to do here. Oh, apologies. Alrighty, what to do here? The question is, can I send Baxter's brigade running? The answer is probably. I've got the position to do it. What can we see from up there? We can dominate parts of the ground. What about here? That will be the best spot, the orchard. So I'm going to stick some artillery in the orchard. But in the meantime, the 5th North Carolina. We are going to continue exchanging muskets with Baxter's brigade in the wood. The rest of Iverson's brigade will move forward, as will himself. They will hit them with a volley, and then when the time comes, they'll charge. Oh, whoops, my bad. And you'll hit them with the volley. Alright, now up here we'll go there. Eat a quick volley for my trouble. Hit the 16th Maine with a volley. Get another volley, a couple of volleys in return. Oof. These are Paul's troops, so Baxter and Paul, so that's Robinson's division. The Mrs. Davis's brigade will move up and look to assault the position there. So here comes the North Carolinians. We'll hit them in the side. And then the 42nd Mississippi will advance towards the edge. Following that, the rest of Daniel's brigade will, for the most part, just advance forward. Ow. 10 men. 5 men. Hit the 16th Maine with a salvo again. And then look to hit them again. Basically looking to disrupt the 16th Maine because, well, it's one of the best Union regiments at Quality B. Well, it's better than usual, to say the least. They will head there. Lose 7 men to a volley. Fire back, but not really do anything. And then the North Carolinian Battalion will move forward. Get shot a couple of times, and then return fire. And that will be Daniel's brigade. Now, as for Dole's is to do what? What do I want Dole's to do? I could have Dole's look to partake in the assault, or I can keep Dole's slightly further behind as a way of English as a reserve. But why do I really need it if I've got Ramseur as well? So Doles, I think I'm going to commit with O'Neill to the other side of the Oak Ridge. So, Doles, you can head to the other side of Oak Ridge. You can't see anyone, so yeah. So Doles and his brigade is to head there. Yep, that's all his stuff. Ramshaw will be the rear guard for the army. Now then, we have two options here. Move them forward. Now, Ramshaw is to come to here and at least be ready for the assault. He's going to be the reserve, but he is going to be the useful reserve. Alrighty. Following that, so that's Yule done, that's Rhodes done, that's Pender and Heath done. Since Pender and Heath can't actually see anyone, well, at least Archer can't, given that most of his stuff is in the woods. Can't see them, so he'll just give them a volley. A very long-range, ineffective one, but a volley is a volley. Thomas, now then, where does Thomas go? Moving Thomas this direction because I can get him onto the Hagerstown Road, which will help. No one else has arrived, so far, losses generally about even. Alrighty. Then let's... With that done, we can now commence the assault, at least on the northern part of McPherson's Ridge / Oak Ridge. So here we go. I don't think there's anything else to do. We've moved everybody. Who is arriving? Longstreet will arrive shortly. Anderson will arrive. Anderson is about to arrive in an hour. So as soon as Anderson arrives, I'm going to bring him up like a crazy person. But otherwise, we are all done. So onwards to the melee. This is where the true rebel... Time to hear the rebel yell. Oof. Well, that's awkward. Nine men. What about if I throw Iverson into it as well? No. Damn it all! Iverson is wounded. No prediction. But hopefully that will... Ouch. Damn it all. We're not going to melee them. But yeah, I've just lost Iverson wounded as well. So I've now lost 2 brigadier generals. Oof. I've lost 800 men. He's lost about 1,000 so. But most of his have been cavalry, so considerably more valuable. I should have shot with them, actually, but oh well. My fault. My bad. Onwards. Hopefully, at least, that will somewhat mess with the federal morale and send them packing, so whether it does or not is another matter, but hopefully it will have caused considerable disruption, especially in Paul's brigade here. The chance to potentially send them all packing is too good. So, onwards and upwards.